Talk to us.
Prices just went up.
Don't talk to us. Don't talk to us. Talk to us.
Prices just went up.
Don't talk to us. Don't talk to us.
Two guys that play both ends, two guys that can go and get a basket, and two guys that can stop you from getting a basket. Elite on both ends. I don't see how you can beat that.
2 hours later.
Ball game.
Oh, George, way.
We went up 3-1. We felt like, you know, we gonna win the next one. We lost. We like, cool, we up 3-2. We gonna win the next one. We lost.
There is nothing to talk about in the NBA. So I am revisiting the worst collapse in modern day sport. Yes, we got the 28-3 Atlanta Falcons, New England Patriots, but for the sake of this video and for the sake of this title, I'm gonna say this is the worst collapse because I believe it's worse than what the Falcons did. This was a dark day for all five. I'm sorry. This was a dark day for all 6 Clipper fans. But for the rest of the world, this was hilarious. This whole day was. Now, we all knew the Clippers choked a 3-1 lead, but how did it happen? Jared Dudley has a quote saying everyone and his mama was waiting for the Lakers versus the Clippers series, the battle for LA. And me personally, I was rooting for the Clippers to win this series due to the fact that I want to see good basketball. I am a Laker fan first. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, NBA basketball and the quality. So me being a Laker fan and the Clippers are looked at as more of a threat to the Lakers, I did want to see that series just to see how it would play out. The Clippers choking was funny, so I got a lot of good laughs out of it. The game log for this Clippers series shows that the Clippers had a 3-1 lead and they choked the last 3 games. But these last 3 games are different than anybody else's last 3 games when they took the 3-1 lead or any other consecutive losses when it matters.
As far as Charles Barkley, we're not going home yet. We ain't gone fishing yet. We're gonna live to play a game number 6, and try to stretch the series out and try to win it. I know everybody's excited about the Lakers playing the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals, but we're hoping to have something to say about that.
2-point lead, Denver. It's win or go home. 3-pointer. Wow!
Game 5, the Nuggets was not going away. They overcame a 15-point deficit in the 4th quarter to win Game 5. Now everybody's looking at this like, what? Clippers are about to choke. And me being a logical NBA fan, or so I thought, well, the Nuggets put they all into this Game 5. They just didn't want to be embarrassed, you know what I'm saying, in the playoffs. I think the Clippers knew that they wanted LA. They wasn't really thinking about the Nuggets, but they should have stayed and ate their food. But instead, they played with their food. So the Nuggets won Game 5. This was a last hoorah for the Nuggets, in my opinion. And everybody thought that too. They thought they was desperate out there. They was making shots that they wasn't supposed to make. And PJ came out there with some more shots after he was complaining in the media that he wasn't getting the ball. Boy, you was 20 years old, bro. You was a rookie at this point. You just came off a back injury. If you don't calm down. So nobody was tripping about Game 5. I was tripping about Game 5. But going into Game 6, now this is where shit gets scary. Clippers were up the whole game. They were up 68-49. The same way they was up in Game 5, they was up in Game 6, but a larger lead. So in my opinion, I'm thinking, okay, the Clippers are on some dumb shit right now, but they are not about to let this game go to Game 7. Over the final 22 minutes of contest, the Nuggets outscored the Clippers 62-30, obliterating the 19-point advantage LA once had. Now, is this Kawhi Leonard's fault? Yes. Is this Paul George's fault? Yes. But I'm looking at you, Doc Rivers. What is wrong with Doc Rivers? Doc Rivers doesn't like Game 6s. He wants to lose them. Now, I don't know the stat on top of my head, but I think Doc Rivers is like top 5 all time in most Game 7s played. He has to be. Every time I look up, Doc Rivers is in a Game 7 series. Game 7, going into this game, I was like, bro, these niggas better not lose against the Nuggets after y'all was up 3-1 and choke. Not one, but two double-digit leads late into the game. When you have Kawhi Leonard, Finals MVP. When you have Paul George, an MVP candidate last year, great defensive player, shooter, has no weakness. Lou Williams, 6th man of the year, probably the best 6th man ever. Montrezl Harrell, another 6th man of the year candidate. Patrick Beverley, lockdown defense. Hall of Fame coach, Doc Rivers. Saying to myself, there is no way that the Clippers can lose. Usually the better roster in basketball wins playoff series. Like, bro, I was watching this game and I was watching it with my homeboy. We wanted the Clippers to lose because it's fuck the Clippers, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But when they was really like about to lose, we was laughing and we was in shock though. It was like, bro, what is going? How is y'all losing? Kawhi Leonard missed 16 of his 22 shots. Paul George was 4 for 16 from the field and thus really stamped the name Pandemic P. Because obviously he choked the series before against the Utah Jazz. He had a game winner hit in his face with Damian Lillard, and now he choked a 3-1 lead after playing terrible all the games that they lost. He deserved that Pandemic P label, period. Now Kawhi is Teflon from it because Kawhi Leonard already got 2 rings. You know what I'm saying? You can't really say that to nobody who got 2 rings. Paul George, on the other hand, thought he was Jordan. My nigga, you gotta get to the Western Conference Finals first. The fact that I said this is the worst modern day collapse that I've ever seen from an NBA, NFL, MLB, NHL team ever is because they took the 3-1 lead, plus they blew leads, double-digit leads in each of those games. Now, Steph Curry and the Warriors blew a 3-1 lead to LeBron James. That's cool. It's LeBron James. They had Kyrie Irving. It was really momentum. Andrew Bogut got injured. Draymond Green got suspended. Kyrie Irving found the Lord. LeBron James, steroids. You know what I'm saying? They was looking like the best players out there. The Clippers and the Nuggets didn't play out like that. Like Jamal Murray reached a whole new level. Now, Jamal Murray's good, but he ain't Kyrie level. You know what I'm saying? Nikola Jokic is good, but he not LeBron level. And the thing is, like, they had the lead though. They had the lead and they choked it every single time. Why didn't Doc Rivers do nothing different? And after Doc Rivers said he's gonna take the blame for losing the series, duh, nigga, duh, you have no choice. You better say that. Well, that's why I say this is the worst collapse of modern day history, and this was one of the funniest days on Twitter as well, on social media as well. I'm making this video right now to say I don't hate the Clippers like I used to. Kawhi Leonard is actually one of my favorite players, and Paul George, and I think Kawhi Leonard and Paul George this year proved that they are good players, especially Paul George. Paul George went through 2 series without Kawhi Leonard for real, and he showed out. He's still gonna get called Pandemic P for a little while. He has to prove it at least one more time, but it's on an upward swing, I guess. This was bad though. They was comparing them to the 96 Bulls. They said they had no weakness. Nuggets got a lot of good things happening to them when they won this series. Nikola Jokic won MVP next year. Jamal Murray is deemed as the best player in his draft class after having this historic run in the playoffs. And the Lakers won the championship. So, hey, I'm happy. But that'll be all for this video, bro. Make sure you like and subscribe, man. Yeah, man, I'm out, man. Peace.